Alright, it is an absolutely beautiful Tuesday morning. I go back to work tomorrow, by the way. It's been my 14-day sequester, whatever you want to call it, right? I only needed 10 officially. 14's considered better, so 14's what we do with regard to work, anyway. I'm gonna turn this motorcycle off. I just got it warming up. I'm gonna ride to the cigar store. But let me go turn this noisy thing off for a minute. Something's still running. It's not that one. It ain't that one, so what must that be, Burl? Oh, it's this one. So went out and picked up that little kick-ass Sportster there. That bike is an 883 low, 2005 883 low with 11,000 miles on it. It's in incredible condition. Somebody loved it. They put a bunch of upgrades into it. It's got a bunch of Screaming Eagle stuff on it. It's got a bunch of Harley Davidson custom or upgraded accessories. Mirrors and the license bracket. Pretty tasteful stuff. Foot pegs, the forward controls, hand grips, throttle, and some other stuff. It's in great shape, just passed inspection. I rode it back, it was about an hour's ride. And it's a nice little bike, earned my respect. I've previously, the only other 883 I've ever ridden belonged to a girlfriend of mine many years ago, when the 883s basically first came out. It was an 883 Hugger. It's a good bike for her. I didn't care for it. I thought it was really slow and just not very comfortable. This bike is you know, it's an 883. It's a little Sportster. I'm not a Sportster guy. A lot of people are. But around the corners and the turns and, you know, all that kind of stuff, the back roads, it was kind of impressive, actually. Handled very well. Certainly well handled my chopper. No doubt about that. Get it on the highway, which unfortunately most of the ride back was on the highway. And you got to consider how much I weigh too. I mean, I'm kind of small right now, but I'm still pretty, compared to most people, I'm still pretty hefty. You know, I'm still fairly heavy. Coming back along the highway for almost an hour, it didn't really appreciate those highway speeds. The bike's not, it's not a highway-oriented machine. And I know some of you guys out there, folks out there may have one, and you may disagree with me, and that's fine. But it's a beautiful little motorcycle. It's beautiful. It looks pretty much immaculate. The paint looks incredible. It's in really, really good shape. It was well taken care of, well cared for, preserved. Needed a little bit of tweaking, not a lot, not much, just your standard stuff that you would expect for a bike that just spent more time sitting on a battery tender as opposed to being ridden. You know, so is what it is. Got it for a very fair price. I don't think anybody would ever say I paid too much for that bike. And at the same time, you know, I'm not trying to get over on anybody. It's just, you know, I even explained to the owner, somebody may give you more for the bike. There may be somebody out there to give you more for the bike, but you know, to me, this is what it's worth. And I was honest. I mean, that's based on damn near 40 years now turning wrenches professionally, which really dates me, makes me sound old. Anyway, like I said, it's a comfortable little bike. It's an 883 low, so when the shocks are adjusted to their highest level, you know, Rob's Sportster is an 89. It started out life as the 883. It's now 1200, and when his shocks are adjusted all the way down as low as they'll go, they are still longer than, in the ride height is higher than these shocks on this little 883 low when they're as high up as they go. So when they're as high up as they go, they're still shorter than Rob's shocks are on his Sportster when they're as low as they go. I rode it back, the shocks were turned all the way up. I thought it was a pretty comfortable little bike for what it is, for being that I've only ridden one other 883, and it really didn't appeal to me at all. This little bike's kind of cool. I think the styling is nicer. Of course, it's got Screaming Eagle pipes on it, and it's got you know, that seat didn't come stock with it at all, nor did the backrest. You know, so it's just got a nice look to it. I like the shape of the tank. It's a nice looking motorcycle. I think it's a nice looking little bike. Respectable little bike, I think. I think it's a hell of a bike for an 883. So it'll get plenty of love. You know, it'll be taken care of and well maintained and ridden but pampered. Not by me, but I mean, I don't mind pampering it, but I'm not the guy going to be riding it. Anyway, I just wanted to put this out there and say, hey, Burl, what's happening, brother? Did you get your license yet? You coming back down? We riding? What are we doing? Hope you guys are enjoying the weather, having a great day. Take care.